Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Very grateful to all of you for taking out a valuable time for continuing our sessions as Divine Touch. So we'll just begin with short prayers. There's a kind request, if possible, everyone can turn on their cameras, please. And we'll just begin with short prayers. Om Jnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschate Deshatarani Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. We'll just resume what we were discussing last time. I'll just quickly revise, just quickly have a quick preview. So, we were discussing on the topic discovering real eternal love. And if all of you remember, we started the discussion with the real definition of love. What love actually is, it indicates love means service, and service means sacrifice. So, the basic propensity of every human being is to love someone and to be loved by someone. That's the basic necessity and propensity of everyone. And therefore, we were understanding that how we were discussing how God should be the prime center of our love and feelings. Because in this world, we have tried loving and reciprocating with almost everyone, and we don't get sufficient reciprocation. There are frustrations, there are relationship issues, so to say. So we'll resume our discussion why God has to be loved. And we also discussed that since God has all six opulences in full, his name is Krishna. The word Krishna means all attractive. That's the basic understanding of God. So therefore, we'll resume our discussion. So we see here that actually it's a very basic sense that since we experience some sort of love here, we experience some sort of reflection of love, that itself means that real love must exist somewhere. We can understand this with an example. Suppose, just for instance, there's a rope lying in your garden. And when you walk in your garden, you consider that rope to be a snake. It's very, very natural. Now, when someone considers a rope to be a snake, that is illusion, that is delusional. It's actually wrong. But the point is, we should understand that the rope exists. The rope is not snake. That's a fact. But the very fact we considered rope to be a snake itself means that snake exists somewhere. I hope that this example made sense. Right? If you understood it, kindly type yes in your chat box. So that if required, I can explain it again. So this example is very, very relevant that if at all we have some imagination, if at all we aspire for something, if at all we have some demand, it may not be fulfilled instantly. It may not be fulfilled by the object which we are demanding for. But the fact is, it exists somewhere. Otherwise, something which does not exist, which is not possible, how can it come to mind? So, similarly, When we want to have loving relationship with people, we want to live forever, we want to have real relationships and reciprocations with people. And the truth is, in this world, it does not, it's just not possible. Even if we have got real and genuine relationship with people, people go away. They leave us, or relationships are broken. So the point which I'm trying to convey is the point which Vedic scriptures mention. Just as there is a reflection of water, a reflection of tree in a water body, suppose river, as you can see in the picture also. Reflection of tree in the water body in river itself means that there's a real tree on the banks. So reflection of our relationships in this world, which seem to disappoint us many times, itself indicates that the genuine relationships does exist somewhere. So where does that exist? That all these opulences, when combined together, in their fullest, to the fullest extent, they are present in God, whose name is Krishna. And all these reciprocations and relationships, to the fullest extent, to the full of genuineness, are present in spiritual world, which is called the kingdom of God. Now, someone may doubt. We haven't seen God, and who knows where is the kingdom of such God, Supreme Creator? But as we mentioned in the example, the rope and the snake, we do aspire for a place, for a situation where there are always genuine relationships. We aspire for such relationships where people are genuine. But we find in this world many times we fail, our expectations are not met. But since we have that expectation itself indicates that there has to be a place like that. So what is kingdom of God? It's not some fantasy, it's not some imagination. It's a place where everyone's center is God. Everyone keeps God in center. They live principle centered and God centered life, and everyone is selfless and genuine in their character and nature. That world where everyone has these characteristics is called the spiritual world. It's called the kingdom of God. And therefore, only when a person gets connected to God through spiritual practices like meditation or hearing about Him, discussing and remembering about Him, can a person genuinely feel genuinely feel eternal love. That feeling of eternal love, connection with God, seeing everyone in connection with God, never fades away. It's not temporary. It always stays. That feeling, that genuineness, that happiness, that bliss always stays. Even though situation of life may be anything, there can be turmoils, there can be uncertainties in life. Still, that feeling itself nourishes us. That gives us immense bliss because we're actually connected to the source of love and happiness. And therefore, such persons never depend on anyone else. Actually, they become the guiding light, they become the torchlight for others to receive pure love and happiness. So, therefore, we see here opulences of the Supreme Lord. First is beauty. He's the most beautiful. His beauty never fades. And his beauty is relevant for everyone. Even animals are attracted to him. There are many descriptions in the Vedic scriptures. Even animals, cows, peacocks, monkeys are attracted to features of God. Because actually, he's a source of everyone. He's a source of everything. Even description, not fantasies actually, not imagination, but even description in ancient Vedic text that actually even trees were stunned seeing the beauty of the law. So that's the beauty of the supreme truth. And therefore, he is the source of all beauty, and therefore, he is the most beautiful. He is the most wealthy. He possesses everything. He's the source of everything. Because wealth attracts, prosperity attracts. Supreme knowledgeable. The knowledge which God gives actually is relevant always. What Krishna spoke to Arjun in the Bhagavad Gita, if we see it as per current times, was the first motivational talk. That's what people do nowadays, right? If someone has failed in their corporate or they want some motivation for their work, so they go to YouTube, they go to some motivational speaker. They're only motivated till the session is going on. But when God gives motivational talk, when God gives motivation, that is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita means what? When God is in good mood and He wants to sing, I believe we discussed something regarding music in the previous sessions, how music actually heals. So when God is in good mood and He wants to sing, what He sings is the Bhagavad Gita. His song, His lyrics are most relevant for the humankind. That is knowledge of God. It is always fresh. Strength, Lord is the most powerful, most powerful. He is all famous, most trending personality everywhere. To the extent that those who don't believe in him are always trying to make others believe that he doesn't exist. If something doesn't exist, why people are after him? To prove that he doesn't exist. He is famous in all aspects for people who believe in him and even amongst people who don't believe in him. God is all famous. Right. We may never see podcasts or interviews of people claiming that Superman doesn't exist, Doctor Strange in Avengers doesn't exist, because actually these are fictional characters. But everyone has been trying to prove that God doesn't exist because actually, yes, he's famous. That's fame in different way. He's famous in all circles, most famous. Even if he does something wrong, he becomes famous. That is God. And renunciation. Even after having all these six opulences in the full, he has all prosperity, all fame, all knowledge, all strength, all beauty. Still, he's so renounced that if he loves someone, if he understands that someone loves him dearly, if he understands that he is priority of someone, if he understands that this person has made so many sacrifices for him, then God is even ready to renounce everything for him, ready to go to any extent. That is quality of God, even to save his devotees. So therefore, these are six opulences of the Supreme Lord. And what is the definition of God we discussed last time? When these opulences are in full in a person, even all of us have these opulences, but in minute quantities, reflected minutely in this world. But God is someone who has all these six opulences in full. And he mentions in the Bhagavad Gita that actually, anything wonderful we see in this world is just a minute fraction of his opulence, fragmental portion of his energy. That's what Krishna mentions in the Bhagavad Gita. Anything wonderful you see, you just see, if you just look at a waterfall, if you just look at a mountain, the beauty of a mountain, the beauty of nature, the beauty of a river, the beauty of ocean, whatever good we see in this world, in anything, these are natural scenic beauties. Anything good in a person, anything beautiful in a person, anything good we see in this world is just a fragmental portion of his energy. That is God. Spring, but a spark of my splendor. Know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring, but a spark of my splendor. That is God. Everything is His creation. Therefore, we'll begin our next topic, the Supreme Lord and connection with the Spirit soul. How are we connected? God is Supreme Person, and all spirit souls like us, all of us, are His eternal servants, eternally connected to Him. Actually, He is our most cherished desire. What a person is hankering for in this world, and he is looking at wrong places, is everyone is hankering to be connected to God. And it's not just some, it's not just relevant to Indian countries. This is universal principle. And that's what all religions and all scriptures have been teaching. That a person can only achieve fulfillment of heart if he establishes that connection with God. Now, here the concept is being demonstrated that how a subordinate is nourished by serving the supreme. And an example is given here of students. What do students in a school do? They follow the rules given by the principal because he's the supreme authority. They study as per school guidelines and they follow whatever the teachers and principals say. That's how subordinates are given advantages if they follow. Next. And in return, what they receive, education, training, and degree. The next example is of corporate. They serve plans of the CEO, the team manager, and in return they receive salary, facilities. So that is how things work. Of course, we should not take this in negative sense, not to be taken negatively. We're taking in a spirit that students and teachers both are actually good souls. Otherwise, nowadays there's a lot of exploitation in corporate and schools also. And citizens serve the prime minister. Of course, I'm really sorry I didn't put Donald Trump here. But this is the Indian Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. So when citizens they align with the rules of the Prime Minister, the supreme authority of the country, the Prime Minister or the President, so to say, they give them facilities, different facilities, facilities. And that's how all living entities, everyone is meant to serve the supreme law, to establish connection with him and see everyone, the whole creation, in with his in his connection. Because everyone is at part and parcel. Only fulfillment and happiness can be achieved when we serve the supreme truth. Because that's how we are made. And that's what we have been searching for. Okay? So this quiz we will be doing in the next session. How divine and demoniac people there are two classes of people who are divine and demoniac. Those who believe in God and those who do not believe in God. So this we'll discuss in the next session, the next week. Till that time, you can just ponder over what we discussed, and this will brainstorm at the next week. Since this is our first session of this new year, we'll stop it for today. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments? If there are any, please you can type in the chat box or raise your hands and let us know. And you can speak something, one take home message. Everyone can speak just one line. Yes, Olivia is asking, can you lead someone to God? Yes. No, it does not mean that I would be leading people. I would be leading, but actually, if we follow the instructions of God given in the scriptures, even scriptures of other religions, if we follow the teachings strictly, by a teacher, someone who has experienced that knowledge, someone who is practicing that knowledge. So yes, as Olivia has asked, someone who is practicing that knowledge, yes, he can lead us to God because at least he knows the way. The Vedic scriptures are the way that what happens in a college. We require a classroom. There's a classroom, there's a teacher, and there are books. So books are already there, the texts are already there. Anyone, not just me, anyone who is following the teachings of the Vedic scriptures, following the teachings, and trying to be generally trying to practice whatever is said in the books, that person can lead us to God. That's what spiritual master, that's what a spiritual teacher is. Okay, I think that answers the question. Any other comment by anyone else? So, Mataji, can we take some reflections from others if that's possible?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. So we can start with Olivia, if she's there.
Yeah, I think she's there.
Yes, Olivia.
So I was just thinking, like, sometimes we have people who are close to us who aren't really being led by a higher power, or maybe even just not knowing how to tap inward to get there, if that makes sense. And
Yes.
it's just painful to see that. And ultimately, I like to see everyone being led, leading with that love in their heart for God. And so important to be close to God now more than ever, you know. And like how do you ignite that feeling in someone to find God? Sorry if that was choppy. I'm just speaking as I'm.
No, not at all, Olivia. Thank you very much for your feedback, and it's a very genuine inquiry actually that our loved ones do not lead and do not supervise things having God in mind. So that's the point. Even if a person is superior or head of the family and our loved ones, everyone should have this in mind that actually God is the supreme source of love and happiness. And everyone will only be satisfied when they are connected to God. And this mentality, this consciousness can only come when a person is spiritually inclined and spiritually guided. So, therefore, everyone who wants to be spiritually connected should be in search of a spiritual guide, of a spiritual teacher. And when they have it, they will actually have this inclination to get themselves connected to God and connect everyone in their acquaintance to connect to God. I hope that answers and makes sense, Olivia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It
Thank
makes.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And then we also have Amrita. She's joining us from Canada. Amrita, if you're okay to say something, any reflections, realizations from today's session?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I like that when you said everyone is after God, He's there or He is not there, and convincing everybody that He's not there. It's so relevant. Like, if a person knows God is there, he is happy in serving him or her. But those who don't understand or don't have experience, they are convincing the whole world very loudly that he's not there and you all are wasting your time. It makes so much of sense.
Thank you. Thank you, Amrita, for your response.
Uh,
Any?
if Swati or Renu Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you. Thank you so much for the class today. And I think my favorite part or the um, most important uh, point for me today was understanding that we are servants of God, and especially looking in the example that you gave, that made the picture very clear now. By resembling our day-to-day life, and now that seeing how school authorities going. So same way, I think on a higher level, this is very important to know. Um, this human body is here to serve the Lord. So I really like that example and the way it was explained, Prabhuji. And I'm very grateful and thankful to you. Thank you so much for the
Thank you.
class.
Thank you, Renu Mataji, for your response. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, and then if Nikita, Kelly, or Avadesh Prabhu, or Swati is there, yes. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Swati.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and Happy New Year. Prabhuji, today's session was really amazing. I really liked the part that you were saying there are people in this world who really understand and love to serve God without any expectations. Just doing service to Him, it's like everything, and you feel internally very happy. And also, there are people who really don't believe, and convincing them and making them understand, it's like it's really tough. I have faced a couple of things, like couple of friends. In a way, they are very good at heart, they are very good at servicing people, but when it comes to God, when I tell to chant or do something, they are not ready to do that. But yeah, like I try like convincing them by giving some kind of prasad or so, whatever possible I'm trying. But yeah, like world is a combination of both. And yeah, and one another important thing is that you were saying Krishna is most beautiful. We get attracted to the beautiful things, and whatever the beauty you see in human beings, that is just a very small opulence. So imagine when you see a person and get attracted, that small opulence, if it is so attractive, then you can imagine how Krishna will be very attractive. So I really like that. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you, Swati Mataji, for your appreciation. Thank you.
Karuna, Avadesh Prabhu, Nikita, Rob.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Happy New Year. Sorry, I joined very late, almost end of the class, so I'm almost lost. I don't know what topic was covered.
No issues, not a problem. Thank you for coming, and a very happy new year to all of you. Actually, it's my mistake. I'm very sorry. I just missed to wish everyone happy new year. Yes, Rob was saying something. Yes, please go ahead, Rob.
Hare Krishna. I was just thinking about the idea in the example that it, demonstrates the importance of a leader, the CEO, the prime minister, the president, the teacher, uh, being of right mind, being in the right, and just how many problems and how much damage even is done when the leader is not in the right place, spiritually, and um, just uh, the importance of the having the right people.
Thank you, Rob, for your appreciation. It's actually very, this point makes sense. Thank you. Anyone else?
Avadesh Prabhuji. Okay, he messaged, he joined late.
And
Kelly wants to say something, or Nikita is there.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. This is Nikita. I also joined late. Sorry, I was on another call from another group in the same temple. So I missed the beginning, so I couldn't connect the dots. But listening to everyone else's understanding and takeaways, it's making a little bit of a sense. So hopefully next week I shall be able to connect the dots more. Thank you so much for the class. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Anyone else? Okay.
Yes. So whoever missed the class, anyways, we will be sending the recording. So whenever you have time, you can go over the recording. And if you have any questions, so you can ask in the next session.
Okay. So shall we wind up here, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, we
Okay.
can. Or if anybody would like to do kirtan, 5 minutes, starting with kirtan session, and then we can end with the kirtan, whatever you suggest.
Anyways, like, whoever wants to do, they can. Anyone volunteers, it'll be nice.
Yeah. Swati, Karuna, Nikita, Renu Mataji, Rob, anybody would like to volunteer to sing?
You start, we'll sing after you.
Yeah,
Yes,
ma'am.
Mataji, we are good at chorus, I think. Not yet leading.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Still
We
need
can start.
the leader.
No, it's not like that. So yeah, we can do for like few minutes. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram Ram
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram Ram
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama
Hare
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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Thank you everyone for joining. And so the essence of all the scriptures and why we all are having these Zoom sessions so that we can sing and chant the names of the Lord with our heart, with our life and soul. So thank you so much everyone for coming, and special thanks to Krishna Mukund Prabhuji for giving his valuable time and association every Tuesday. So we'll see you all next Tuesday, same time at 8 p.m. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.